This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purposes only. That being said, you must be 18 and up to watch this video. The homie gave me a pack of seeds, so I planted them. Only thing about it is that I live in a studio apartment and my kitchen window is my grow space. Tried looking for videos on YouTube of photo period blackberry kush grows, but surprisingly could not find much. So I figured, why not film mine? This is the Blackberry Kush series. After all the ups and downs, mistakes and lessons, and the steady progress these plants have made, they are finally ready for their transplant. Here's a breakdown of how each element works, how they synergize, and why this setup is worth all the effort. Fox Farm Ocean Forest, nutrient rich with composted forest matter. In my experience, ocean forest has been too hot for their early stages and would experience nutrient burn. Mixing it with something like Happy Frog, which is milder than ocean forest but loaded with beneficial fungi and microbes, makes it a perfect buffer and biological partner. Plantonics offers products that are streamlined to create a stress-free and beginner-friendly experience. I chose their coco coir, perlite, and biochar, as well as their kelp meal and earthworm castings to complement the soil base. Gaia Green's basalt rock dust provides slow-release micronutrients like iron, magnesium, and silica that feed microbial life and strengthen plants. Down to Earth's oyster shell is a long-term pH buffer and calcium source for strong cell walls and overall plant structure. It prevents calcium deficiencies, which are common in cocoa mixes. I'm using 1 part of coco coir, which makes up about 20% of the mix. I had to chip away at it with my knife because I wasn't going to use it all. You usually want to soften it up by adding water, preferably pH'd, before breaking it apart. Once you let the water do the work, the brick crumbles into that light, root-friendly medium growers love. Cocoa's springy fibers create air pockets so roots rarely suffocate and beneficial microbes stay oxygen-rich. I'm using 2 parts Happy Frog, making up 40% of the mix. It provides a milder nutrient charge that dilutes a hot mix like ocean forest, so seedlings and slow starters like membrane aren't overwhelmed. It's also versatile enough to pair with stronger amendments for explosive growth later down the line. Blending Happy Frog with nutrient-rich ocean forest tempers the hot charge you get with ocean forest alone. Half part of Plantonics organic perlite for added aeration, making up 10% of the mix. The rest are quarter parts or 5%. Earthworm castings add a gentle shot of slow-release nitrogen, enzymes, and beneficial microbes that jumpstart root health. Biochar is charcoal made from plant matter. Its millions of tiny pores act like a sponge, soaking up the contents and slow releasing them to the plant roots. It boosts fertility, cuts nutrient leaching, and creates a long-lasting condo for beneficial bacteria and fungi. Gaia Green's basalt rock dust is a finely ground powder made from volcanic basalt stone. It's loaded with slow-release trace minerals and dozens of micronutrients that microbes gradually unlock for plant uptake. Biochar and basalt together create a long-term nutrient-releasing micro condo in the root zone. Down to Earth's oyster shell is ground up oyster shells. It slow releases calcium, strengthening cell walls and reducing deficiency issues. Kelp meal is rich in micronutrients, growth hormones, and beneficial enzymes that enhance soil microbial activity. The kelp meal helps maintain soil moisture, aids in stress resistance, and supports healthy vegetative growth, making it a great addition to this mix. Make sure to mix thoroughly and break down any remaining clumps. Now that I got the soil mixed, it's time for the transplant. These fabric pots I bought off Amazon came in a pack of 6 and feels like a really good quality product. Fabric pots offer several benefits for plant growth, including better root health through air pruning, which prevents root circling and promotes a stronger, more efficient root system. And of course, mycos, a mycorrhizal fungi root inoculant that forms a symbiotic relationship with the roots. Seeing these plants graduate from the 6-inch to a 1-gallon pot is a great feeling. It's a milestone for sure, and I can't wait to see what this soil mix does for my plants. I know I'm shortcutting with what Ocean Forest and Happy Frog provide, but combining the strengths of of both pre-made soils and custom amendments creates a balanced, nutrient-rich base for my plants, saving time and effort. Overall, reducing the risk of nutrient imbalances, simplifying the process for beginners, and allowing you to focus on fine-tuning your mix with the additional amendments. This is my oldest plant. It may not look like it right now, but she's thriving. The slow and steady branch growth from the LST is coming in really nice and evening out with the top. I plan on implementing another training method soon. The yellowing on the fan leaf is probably from the nitrogen deficiency, as they most likely depleted the 4 to 5 week nutrient release ocean forest provides. You can tell how it's a nitrogen deficiency by how the chlorophyll is taken from the older leaves to support the new growth. Now that they're in a fresh pot, this shouldn't be a problem for too long. This is Helmet Head, and she's doing pretty great. Her roots are more established than the other plants. The compostable pots I was using prevented me from bottom feeding, which encourages the roots to stretch downward. This Dixie cup probably made a difference, as it is a much smaller pot to transfer into from egg cartons than the 6-inch jiffies. I started with 15 seeds and ended up with 10 healthy plants. Now that they're transplanted into 1-gallon pots, I have less room, which means I've picked 5 plants more tailored to my circumstances to keep, and 5 plants to find a new home. This allows me to give these plants the space and TLC that it needs to thrive. We knew this day would come, and they are ready for it. They have shown me that their needs far exceeds what I can provide in my studio apartment. Luckily, I found them a new home. Leave a like and drop some knowledge in the comments. I'm always open to pointers, and I'm sure there are plenty other beginners who could use the info. If you're interested and want to follow my BBK journey, don't forget to subscribe. These plants will be transferring to the outdoors.